I'm going to record another video, and hopefully this one isn't misunderstood too, because I recorded a video and I titled it "Time to be Proactive and Not Reactive," and somehow it was deduced to I was telling black people in outside areas not to come here and help other black people. Don't know where that came from or how you could have even deduced that out of what I said in that video, but we all have our own perception, let's just say that. But I'm gonna address some things again here in this video, and I'm gonna try to keep it real short because this is the first time since Thursday evening that, you know, I haven't felt anxiety and my heart racing. And I'm finally coming down because the tension is relieving. So get back to some sense of normalcy. So I'm not going to stay on this long. Essentially, and I'm talking to black folks, at what point are we as people going to take some responsibility for ourselves, protecting ourselves, being prepared? Because we are quick to say, and I'm not going to even say we, I'm finding that people are still talking about the race issue as if we don't know that there is a race issue. Talking about the race issue as if continuing to be upset that there are racists is going to change the fact that there are racists. If we know that there are racists, why are we still talking about it like it's brand new? Because I feel like our energies could be used to actually do something that's going to help us. Talking about racists ain't going to help us, and it ain't going to change them. Everybody don't act out on that mess. And it's time to start doing things that put us in a position to help ourselves. Black folks live with a learned self-helplessness, which means I don't believe I can do it. Therefore, I do not do it. And I'm going to rely on somebody else to do it for me. And when you're doing that, you're constantly putting yourself in a position to depend on someone. Yet, here is the conundrum. This is what I don't understand. You want to feel independent. You want to say black power. You want to say these things, but then you're still talking about, oh, they should have come to our rescue. They should have done this. They should have done that. What the hell were we doing? I'm going to tell you what we weren't doing for the most part. Most of us weren't down here with them big ass boats. Most of us weren't down here with them big ass trucks. You know why? Because we ain't got them. We don't have them. Most of us weren't in those houses and apartments listening to those babies scream and pull them out. Yes, some of us were. But don't sit here and discredit people who came down here to help when you don't even really understand the situation. There were rescuers who came here to help people. There were opportunists who came down here to get them some, to put it point blank. They were looking for looters to shoot. They were creating a frenzy which made rescuers uncertain, and they felt unsafe. Because here you have idiots who are shooting at you, and then you have other idiots who are trying to shoot at them. So it causes just mass chaos, ignorance in the midst of a chaotic situation that's already going on. Do you know what happens in chaos when you add more chaos to it? It heightens it. It does not do any good. It heightens it. So we as a people, which was one of the points that I made in the video that you missed, went way over there somewhere. We as a people need to be prepared for anything. How many people have life jackets in the case of a situation like this? How many have boats? How many even have a raft? How many have a plan? How many have radios? How many of your children know what to do in the event something like this happens, how to reach you? You got a high water truck to go help somebody? How many of us show up? Stop pointing the finger and actually do something that prepares us. See, I'm way past the point of trying to find myself. I know who I am. Okay? I'm a black person. That's all day, every day. I know how to operate in my surroundings. I know how to deal with people in my surroundings, regardless of race. That's how I feed my family. That's how I operate. I don't have to kiss butt to do it. I don't have to act like I'm not black to do it. But I know how to maneuver in my situation. And you know what they call that? They call that the art of war. I know what I have to do to get what I need. And I have no reason to hate nobody. None. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when you know who a person is, I deal with people on an individual level. When you know who a person is, you treat them as such. You don't have to treat everybody like that. That's like me walking up to somebody in the store just slapping the mess out of them because they look like somebody I don't like. Who does that? That's idiotic. Instead of taking time to point fingers, this person should have did this, they should have, and they did. No, it's time to have plans. I'm past the point of reacting to stuff. Have a plan in place and start acting on it. Now, we don't need to debate. We don't need to keep talking about it. We need to do. Plain and simple. We need to do. Now, what I am going to do, and I've offered this before, and no one seems to take me up on it. I see I have to get more aggressive with it and actually put myself in your face instead of saying I'm offering these services to you for free. See, there's things that we need to have. I know what to do to prepare my family, which means I also know what to do to prepare other families. You know why? Because I took all them damn free ass trainings that you can find online to be a responder, and how in a situation like this, what you should do and how you should act and how you should communicate. I took advantage of that. So instead of relying on someone else to do that for me, I relied on myself, my own experience and my own knowledge so that I would be prepared. That's what we have to start doing. So I'm willing to come and teach that in communities, help you get financially stable and iron out some priorities, iron out investments that we need as a community so that we are prepared for whatever. We live, Houston, in a place where hurricane season is always going to occur. If we don't end up underwater sometime soon and this place is just not livable, period, we know hurricane season is coming. There's no reason why any family should not be prepared. If the state can spend all this money giving folks food stamps, telling you how to basically be complacent and chill, that money could be used to have a safety jacket for babies in hurricane season. You know what? If I had to rely on that, I'd rather have a life jacket for my child than some dang on food first. I'm not going to lie. Because guess what? You can eat some rice today to have this life jacket right now. Because that's not going to be always. Today, eat you some rice. Because amazingly, we can always seem to get the things that we want. And I'm not fussing, but I'm making the point of stop talking about what other people should be doing for us and do it for ourselves. Now, I'm willing to help. I'm willing to help. I'm willing to help families iron out plans. All you have to do is open your doors to me, and I am there. I'm not coming in with no hate message. I'm coming in with something that's going to help you be proactive, that's going to help you elevate your family. I'm talking about financially. Build a financial portfolio. Get your credit together. Be able to get the things that are going to be practical and functional for you and your family, especially in a time of need and safety, so you can build something. Because right now, I don't see where there's this huge effort of government to try to get black folks to build anything or to be self-sufficient. Way back, they had this so-called self-sufficiency program. That program didn't work. If it did, black folks would have a whole bunch of businesses and some industries going by now. We don't have that. It's time to be proactive. Stop being reactive. And stop sitting back, excuse me, whining and crying about, they didn't do this for me. He did that. They screamed at me. They said racial slurs. They've been doing that. They've been doing that. Let me ask you something, and I want you to think about this. How many of y'all are willing to go into a community like Vider and help those people? How many? Because I know I've seen folks online saying, let Vider, let them people drown. I saw that. How many of you willing to go into those areas and help those people? And then if they shoot at you, stay there and help them. Huh? I have to know that. I really have to know that. Now, I ain't got to know it. I know the answer to it because I saw a lot of you saying it. You wouldn't go help them. Now, some people would. I'm not going to say all. But some of you who have had a problem with me saying we need to be self-sufficient and we need to be proactive, and were mad at me for saying what was the truth, that those rescuers were out there rescuing everybody regardless. Now, one thing that I do know ended up having to happen because of the looters, but I don't see y'all mad at them. I don't see y'all bashing them. One thing that did have to happen is they started needing confirmed assist so that they weren't walking into a situation where they were being set up. So it was a lot of dynamics going on that I can't even explain in this one video. But the people who came to rescue, and that's what you need to separate. There were people here to rescue, and there were rogue people out here who may have been in boats that did not come here to rescue. There were people here to rescue, and that's what they did. There were other people here, opportunists, who came to get some. And I'm going to call it that. Just like it was looters out here trying to get some. Opportunists. Now, are we going to focus on solutions or keep talking about what this problem is? The only way you're going to get rid of the problem is by solving it. That takes action. That's where I am. I'm not into the, I'm finding myself, our people needed this. All I'm concerned about are actions. And if we as a people are going to start taking action, I don't need to talk about nothing else. Because guess what? It's been about 5 years now that I've been talking about this with black folks, and I ain't seen nothing happen yet. You can scroll through my page, go back years to 2012. Matter of fact, back to 2009. In 2012 is when I think I had some growth and really began to understand things a lot better. And I'm still growing. But you can go back, and I have been on the same message. And we say what we want to do. We say, but we're not doing. So what you haven't, or let me correct that. So what we haven't done as a people collectively, I do for my family. Because I got tired of reaching out to folks who say they're going to do stuff and don't do nothing. Sit your ego down and worry about your family and worry about how we collectively can become stronger, and stop worrying about what somebody ain't doing for you. Because guess what? Don't nobody owe you nothing. It's like one day I was getting breakfast, and this guy is in there begging me to buy him some breakfast. And the guy in front of me turned around and he said, "What makes you think that she is responsible for buying you breakfast? Don't matter if you homeless. If she didn't offer to give you no money, she don't owe you nothing. What make you think people are responsible for you?" Don't come at me with that mess. For real. Don't come at me with that, because I'm one of the people who's been doing nothing but supporting us. And I call bullshit out when I see it. I didn't just start talking about this, but I see the problems and I see the solutions. I'm tired of debating, and I'm tired of talking about the black and the white and the racist this and that racist that. Because guess what? A racist gonna be a racist all day long. Do something for yourself and your family, and stop worrying about that mess and staying stuck on stupid. Excuse me, I didn't want to get mad, but it seemed like I did.